All right, guys. So in this video, we will be talking about Germany's economic challenges. So let's get into the details and we will dive into Germany's current economic challenges. And Germany is known as Europe's largest economy and the third largest globally in terms of GDP. So Germany is facing a significant crisis at this point of time, and recent GDP actually indicate that the GDP data which have come recently indicate that Germany narrowly avoided a recession. So we will explore the reasons behind the situation and its implications, especially focusing on the automotive industry, which plays a very crucial role in the country's GDP. So let's get started. The first, you can see we will be trying to understanding the recession and Germany's GDP here. See, a recession occur when a country's GDP experience a negative growth for two consecutive quarters. So to give you an example, if the GDP in one quarter is, let's say, minus 0.1%, and in the following quarter, if it is like minus 0.3%, it is technically considered as a recession. So if you see Germany experienced negative growth in the first quarter of the fiscal year from April to June. So that was negative with a contraction of 0.3 percentage. And in the most recent quarter from July to September, they barely escaped a recession with a slight positive growth of 0.2 percentage. So that's what I've told you. They narrowly escaped the recession. Now coming to the ongoing crisis post COVID-19, Germany economy has been in turmoil, especially since COVID-19 pandemic. And for the first time last year, Germany GDP contracted and the future outlook remains bleak. According to International Monetary Fund IMF, Germany's overall data growth for this year is expected to be flat with no significant increase. And this makes Germany one of the weakest performers among the major economy. So GDP of contraction is one of the biggest issue. Now let's talk about Volkswagen trouble and the impact on Germany. See, Volkswagen is one of Germany's flagship companies in the automotive industry and is facing serious challenges. So sales figures have shown a consistent decline, and this downturn has direct impact on Germany's GDP. The automotive structure, this particular sector creates a cycle where poor performance by major companies like Volkswagen affect the broader economy, which in turn reduce the consumer spending, and that include the vehicles, and that is actually fueling the issue. Let's also look at the structural issues in automotive structure. If you see, Volkswagen is expected to undergo a significant restructuring, and the likes of which haven't been seen in 87 years. So sales have dropped by 4%, raising concerns among employees, and have already issued warning of potential strikes if negotiations fail. So the removal of certain job protections has added to employees' worries, and that is also indicating that the job security is at risk. Okay, now coming to Volkswagen, the challenges, right? Look at past controversies also and the current competition also. See, if you see Volkswagen's reputation took a hit following the past emission scandal, where they manipulated software to show lower emissions, resulting in a massive 30 billion euro penalty. Now, with the rise of Chinese automakers making inroads into Europe, Volkswagen faces increased competition. While if you see electric vehicles demand is growing globally in Germany, EV sales have declined due to reduced government subsidies, making these vehicles more expensive for consumers. So moving on to Germany's automotive industry, we look at industry also. So the automotive industry in Germany is vital, which alone contribute 5% of GDP and employing around 8 lakh people. Volkswagen alone accounts for 37% of the employment out of this. And despite the global reputation of German cars for its quality, innovation, the industry faces significant challenges to maintain that position, especially as economic growth stagnates or declines, which we have discussed just before. So now let's conclude the future outlook. See, if you see with Germany's economic stagnation, it's possible that India could soon surpass Germany in global GDP ranking. And India have already been poised to overtake Japan in the near future. And by 2027, it is likely that India will be in the top three global economies if things are going in this way. And this economic shift signals the potential end of Germany's dominance in the automotive sector also, unless there are some drastic steps which are taken to regain its stability. So that's it, guys. That's about this session. I wanted to talk about this issue about Germany's stagnation and the potential rise of India, especially in this situation, and the future of automotive sector also, and the global economic shift which we can expect in the near future. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next session.